We're heading to Palm Springs from um, Joshua Tree National Park, and it will take us at least 1 hour before we arrive in Palm Springs. And look at the weather, look at the sky. It's getting darker, cloudy, and I hope we won't have rain on our way to Palm Springs. So right now I'm going to ask Ryan about his life in Canada. So one thing I don't really understand in Canada is your health or your medical insurance. I'm not, I have a lot of questions about your health coverage. So like you work in government, right? So your insurance is like government insurance, or
Yeah, it's a government insurance.
okay,
So once you open a SIM card,
what is it?
SIN number,
Okay, like the social
that's
security number.
number.
Yeah.
After that, you have to get your health card.
Okay.
So it will be attached to it. Well, you have a separate card for the health card.
Okay.
But every medical center or whatever medical clinic, every time you go there for visit,
Yeah.
they're gonna ask for your health card.
Okay.
If you don't have a health card to show up, that's gonna be a lot of money for you to pay.
So from what I understand, all Canadians have a single health card
Yeah.
because
Unique to them.
okay. So like everybody, once you have a social security, or what do you call that?
SIN number.
SIN number.
Yeah.
So you
You
also
have to open a health
a
card.
health card.
Yes.
Okay, so you are entitled to health benefits.
Yeah.
So those benefits come from the government, right?
The government, yes.
Okay. Because here, I'm not too sure about the Medicare program because I have a private insurance from my work. And yeah, it's so different in Canada. And do you also have to pay like co-pay when you see your doctor?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Because for me, I have to pay $10 every time I see a doctor. And if I go to an urgent care, I also pay $10. And God forbid, if I go to emergency room, I have to pay $50. And that's it.
In Canada, no, you don't have to pay.
You don't have to pay. But I heard it's really hard for you guys to make an appointment to see your doctors.
Yeah, you're probably a week or something like that. But in emergency, that's the only thing.
Of course,
is,
emergency is
they
emergency.
always prioritize the one that's like almost dying already. So probably the wait time, it will take an hour to 2 hours wait time.
So how much is the Canadian dollar against the Philippine pesos right now?
Depending on, sometimes it's 40
40
point something.
40 pesos?
Yeah, 40 pesos for $1.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes it rarely only we're gonna have some 40, 41 or 42.
How about against the US dollar?
I think it's 1.4 to 1.6.
1.4. You remember the time when Canadian dollar was higher than US?
There was a time that
Yeah.
was in 2009,
What year was that?
I guess.
I remember, yeah, your dollar was higher than our dollar.
Yes.
And I don't know what happened, why your dollar has like went
know,
down
it wasn't-
compared to the US dollar.
There was a time that's always 48.50, 1 Canadian to 50 peso.
So like in Calgary, how much is the minimum wage per hour?
Oh, right now it's $15.
$15?
Yeah.
Canadian dollars.
Alberta is only the highest minimum wage.
It's $15 per hour.
$15 per hour.
Okay. Here in California, this year, after one day, the minimum wage will be, I think, $16. So
That's good.
$16. And talking about dollars, about money, we are still blessed here in America and Canada that like our 1 hour salary, we can already buy how many burgers? Like we can have a full decent meal for the whole day with just 1 hour salary, right?
Yeah.
But in the Philippines, where we live, I'm not too sure how much is their like salary for the whole day. From what I heard, it's less than 500 pesos. So that's like $10, and even less for 8 hours of work. And with that $500, I mean, what can you buy? Maybe a kilo of, meat. I mean, it's really, we are so blessed here,
Yeah, that's
So, I mean, I'm not saying that. I mean, I love the Philippines. I love to go back to the Philippines, but the situation there is different, especially with health. If you have health issues, then you have to prepare a lot of money to go to hospitals, especially in the Philippines. If you don't have money and you go to a hospital, like an emergency room, I think they ask for a deposit, something, before they will even accept you. I mean, that's too sad. I mean, and also, like, if someone dies, or I'm not sure if they will even release the body until somebody makes a guarantee that they're going to pay the balance. Our and Zuswa tree. Okay, that's that. Yeah. So Ryan, you said you worked in Brunei before.
Yeah, I was
How long were you there?
5 years.
Okay. And from Brunei, did you go to the Philippines and stay there for a while before you?
Yeah, for around 8 months.
Okay.
And then I applied to work in Canada.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I applied for a voucher, but the one they open only for contract worker on counter attendant. So I took it, and they gave me right away the visa. So I was able to leave the Philippines after 6 months.
After 6 months.
And I was in Canada already after that.
So
I started as a crew member at McDonald's.
So during that time, like approximately, if you remember, how much did you have to pay to go to Canada?
Well, supposedly there's no payment for that one,
Yeah.
but I got it for around 50 to 100,000 pesos.
How much?
100,000 pesos.
Okay, so for that time, that's already a big amount of money.
Yeah, that's a big amount of money. But
That
it's
was-
okay because after 2-3 months only,
Yeah.
I was able to get it back.
Oh, that's
Because
good.
I worked like overtime. They give you more hours because there's a shortage of workers during that time.
Yeah, I remember Canada was very short of workers during those years. So there's another thing that I want to clarify about Canada, because I heard that you cannot sponsor kids after they are past 21 years old. Is that true?
Yeah, that was I'm not really sure about that one, but that's what I heard from other friends.
Okay.
Or 21 years old, you can't sponsor them already because they're more than in the like kind of adult age.
Yeah, that's what
already.
I heard. So once you're above 21 years old, they cannot come to Canada as a dependents.
Or if you're married already too, you can't
Uh-huh.
sponsor them. Nash,
What is that music?
what is that music?
Huh?
They were babies.
Huh? There's a video of your babies.
Who's that? Ano eh? It's a texting.
They were young.
So, like I said earlier, we're on our way to Palm Springs, and
55.
we'll just take this time to exchange knowledge about Canada and US. Living here from the Philippines. So, what was the biggest adjustment you have to make during your first years in Canada?
Well, first of all, the weather.
Yeah, the weather, that's for sure number
Yeah,
one.
Number one, because we had a tropical weather back home, and compared to Canada, it's like winter all the time.
Yeah.
Especially those years,
Uh-huh.
winter is really like almost 8 months to 2006, 2007, 8, like winter all year, like 6 to 8 months. Compare this year or this lately,
Uh-huh.
it's almost like one, or it's not too much.
So,
And another thing is like you don't have people to talk to. You're more on private kind of thing.
so it was not. Are you saying when you arrive during those years, like you find many of the people or Canadians as
Yeah.
not as friendly or something
It's
like
not-
that?
No, they are friendly, but I mean, it's like they are.
They are to
Yeah.
they don't
It's different because when you are back home,
yeah.
if you get out from your house, you can see a lot of friends.
Oh yeah,
right
that's
away.
what you mean. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
And easily.
Yeah, that's
to
one
talk
thing
to.
we have to accept here in Canada and America, or in US, because we don't even know our neighbors.
Yeah.
Like back home in the
True.
Philippines, when you get out of work, you go home, you can go to your neighbor's house,
Yeah.
you talk, have some drinks, even eat food together, have dinner, but not here in Canada or US,
You can
because
invite them right away.
yeah, we don't even know our neighbors. We
Here
just
you
say
have to
hi, hello, how are you, and that's it. That's one of the biggest difference between our lives here in America and the Philippines. And what else?
So another thing is, I think you have to work all the
Work
time.
hard.
Because if you stop working, your bill's not gonna stop. It
Oh, yeah.
continue, right? So
Actually-
that's one of the things that you really have to if you-
Yeah, that's one of the other things that many Filipinos don't understand, because here in America, like Canada and the US, when I say America, it's Canada and US. We do earn a bigger salary compared to the Philippines, but our bills are also big, right?
all the insurance,
Yep.
especially Canada.
I mean, we're paying for our, like, thank God my health insurance is it's from my work, but then we have to pay for the our house, our mortgage, our what else, cars.
mortgage.
I mean, I'm not paying for
Insurance.
cars for many years now. All our cars are paid, but then you have to pay car insurance, and then for my cat and my dogs, they also have health insurance. So what else? I mean, electricity, gas, trash. What else? And you also have to have, like, for a nurse, you have to have a professional liability insurance. I mean, there's really a lot of bills that you have to pay here. I mean, so your money, like, whatever you get in a month, hardly nothing is left at the end of the day, at the end of the month. That's how life here, That's how life is here in Canada and here in the
You
US.
earn big, you also spend big.
Yeah. You earn big, you spend big. You earn big and then you spend big. Yeah, that's true. So what else? What else? Like the biggest adjustments we have to make. I mean, living here in Canada and the Philippines. I mean, yep. What else? So we cover health insurance, our expenses. I mean, social life.
Social
I mean,
life,
we hardly have any social life here.
yeah, it's not that much.
Yeah, because we're like living far from each other. Like, thank God for me and my family, we're close to each other. But during the past years, I was like, I would travel over an hour to see my parents, and sometimes even 2 hours. So that's another difference. Here, I mean, back home in the Philippines, our family support is so huge, like, right? Like, we have our emotional support, our family circle, just so close to us, like, 24 hours, but not here in Canada and the US. That's another big difference that we have to accept living in these countries. And what else? What can you think, Ryan?
I guess one of the
Oh,
difference is,
our everyday life,
yeah,
we have to do everything. In the Philippines, you can hire
yeah,
a house help
house
to
helper.
cook for you, to clean the house, to take care of the kids. But here, we have to do everything.
Let's do that.
It doesn't matter what kind of work it is. There's no such thing as, oh, this is a man's work, a woman's work. Here we have to do everything. That's another difference. And raising kids here is also different.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
challenging.
you're a parent, so it's challenging for you because here, like, the kids can call the police, or you know, you back in the Philippines, I think until now parents can still use the no, the broom or the belt to discipline their kids.
True.
I'm not so sure now because I know there's a lot of changes in the law as well in the Philippines sa batas, but here in Canada and the US, that's been going on for so many years. And child, what you call it? Child babysitting here is so expensive.
It's a good thing only in Canada too, because the kids has the support.
Uh-huh.
They have some benefits too.
Yeah, they have benefits from the government,
The
right?
government, yeah.
Yeah, that's a big difference also in Canada. Young kids up till until what age? 18?
18.
So they're receiving money from the government?
Yes.
That's very good.
Dependent.
Okay, that's very good. And then I heard also in Canada, you
Cost.
have like two education system, the public and the private.
Yeah.
Like you have the Catholic schools, they are free, right?
Catholic
There's
schools
no
are free.
tuition fee. Yeah, I mean here in the US, there's a lot of Catholic schools or private schools, but I don't think there's any one which is free, not like in Canada.
Oh, here you have to pay.
No, yeah, you have to pay, and they are very expensive.
Oh, in
Yeah,
Canada
private
it's free.
schools, private schools
Only
here
the
are very
private school-
expensive.
The private school only has a payment, but Catholic
Oh, the
and
pri-
A
public
private school.
Okay,
Still public.
still public.
California Center, we're just past California Center. So actually, the private schools there charge tuition fees, but not for the Catholic schools. Is that what you're saying?
Ours is like Catholic school and public school are they
Free.
Don't have to, yeah.
Yeah,
Only
but-
the private that.
Oh, the
you
private
have to pay.
schools. Okay.
Yeah, they have to. You have to pay your uniform. You have to have a uniform. You have to. Yeah,
It's
and then
expensive.
I
But
think it's
for
500 every month.
but for Catholic schools, they're free.
It's free. Yeah, it's
Okay.
free.
So what about like your kids? Do they have to study French? Is it a
Depending on the school, sometimes.
So it's not a requirement for all Canadians to study French?
It's not really. It's an option.
Okay, I thought that your all kids or Canadian students are required to study French.
In Canada,
Yeah.
I'm not sure in here, in
Uh-huh.
US,
Yeah,
is we have every year when we file tax,
yeah,
we're gonna have tax returns, right?
Yes.
Sometimes we're gonna have a refund.
yeah. Yeah.
Last year alone, I think both of us we made.
You got a refund?
Yeah, almost 2 to 3 grand.
Oh, that's good.
The refund.
Well, for me, since I'm not working anymore, my salary went like I'm only receiving half of what I used to
Yeah.
get every year.
so they got
So
a refund to here.
hopefully this year we're not going to pay taxes
Taxes,
because
most of the
my
time, yeah.
income has gone down. Yeah, from the mountain, it's gone to the ground. Yeah, seriously, you know, it's just now that I'm realizing that my income is like way up high above. I mean before, but now it's down to the ground. So I should learn how to spend wisely
Wisely.
because I'm not wise when it comes to spending. Well, thank God that the sun is up again. Look, it's so bright. It's blinding our eyes. So what else can we talk about living here in Canada and US that we haven't covered? The major things. Well, retirement here. Okay, you're too far away from retirement, but I'm close.
Retirement.
Yeah, actually, retirement age here in US, and I think in Canada, it's also 67 years old.
No, it's 65.
65?
They have they fight for a 67, but
Yeah.
no, it wasn't agreed on.
So right now it's 65.
65, yeah.
Yeah,
They,
here
they
in-
went back to 65.
I think here in the United States, the retirement age is 67. So I'm way far from retiring, but I'm retiring next year because of my health issues, you know. So actually, I was planning to retire at age 59 when I was still healthy, and I'm not even 59 yet, but I'm retiring before the age of 59 because I have But anyway, I'm not complaining. I mean, although I miss my work a lot, but I just can go back because of my health condition. So, where are we right now? Are we in? Is this 29 Palms or are we in? I think we're in Joshua Tree.
We're still in the Joshua
Yeah,
Province.
we're back in Joshua Tree. We're on the way to Palm Springs, like I said. So, what else?
This is the town probably of Joshua.
Yeah, it's a small town.
Small town.
Yeah, it's a small, quiet town. I mean, probably, if I live here, I would probably be contented because back in the Philippines, like, I live in a village. So this is like a village back in the Philippines. Very quiet. So I think I can live here without complaining. I mean, I like a quiet life anyway. So, well, let me ask you something else. Like, because here, like where we live, we have to have a car.
Yeah.
Because you cannot go to work without having a car of your own.
Yeah, that's
But
the
how-
other difference. Back home, car is luxury, but here is necessity.
Yeah, car is necessity here. In the Philippines, it's considered a luxury, but here we have to have it to go to work, to go to school, or groceries.
Especially if you have 2 jobs, no, you need a car.
Yeah. And here, another about work. Here you can have 2 jobs or 3 jobs, right? I mean, if you are very strong and healthy, you can have 2 jobs. Every day you go to your 2 jobs. I mean, back in the Philippines, even the college graduates or university graduates, they have hard time looking for a job. I mean, now you have what we call senior high school graduates. Supposed to be they can start working, but I don't think so because there's not just enough job for them. I mean, the companies would prefer hiring college graduates instead of the senior high school graduates. But here in Canada and the US, those senior high schools can already start working. I mean, yeah, a lot of them are actually working.
What age can kids work?
I think 16
Oh, 16.
That's 14.
Canada is
or 14.
14.
Yeah, they can start working early. I mean, in the Philippines, there's not just available jobs.
Yeah, talking about the job.
Yeah.
The good thing also in here or in Canada
Yeah.
is they don't discriminate your height, your whatever,
Oh,
your
yeah.
appearance, whatever
Yes.
thing.
Yeah, there's no
As long as
discrimination.
you have the skill to do it,
Yeah.
you have the work ethics and everything, you can work to that job.
Oh yeah. That's something that's different here too. We don't discriminate about age, height,
yeah,
weight.
yeah, exactly.
No pleasing
Yeah,
personality.
no
Like-
pleasing
Right.
personality.
Even
In the
in
Philippines,
the Philippines, with
you
the
find
height,
a,
Number one is
yeah, pleasing personality, your height. I mean, yes, it's so discriminating, you know. I mean, there's no discrimination here at all. I mean, like where I work, I'm still working actually with the Los Angeles County, or what in the Philippines, like province of Los Angeles. And I had 2 co-workers who were like, I think, past 70s, and they were still working. I
yeah,
mean,
true.
as long as you can carry your job, you can still work. Although the 2 of them have had difficulties doing their task, but our employer cannot just fire them.
Yeah, you can't
It's
find it.
discrimination. Yeah, that's one thing here and in Canada. You can work as long as you want. there is no like what you call it, forced retirement because they're age 60 or they're 65. No. Yeah, that's something that's another difference in Canada and US and in the Philippines. And I think we covered so many things already. And yeah, I mean, life here is so different because here, like, it's all work and home, work and home. You have hardly any time for extracurricular social activities. I mean, very rarely, you know.
Back home, you only have two things to look for. One is the traffic, and
Yeah.
one is the weather.
Where
That's it.
in Calgary.
Canada, in Calgary. So what's the weather today? What's
And the traffic situation.
Yeah. That's the only thing.
That's your two
What's
major
the weather? Every
concerns.
time before you go out in the house, what's the weather today?
Oh, really?
What's the weather? Yeah, because you have
Oh.
to be like, you know.
But it probably does for winter time, but
Winter
not
time.
for summer, right?
Yeah, but summer during the winter time.
Yeah, and the other difference here, the other big difference is traffic. Talking about traffic, oh my God, I don't think I can drive in the Philippines. I mean, especially in the cities. Yep, it's crazy driving back home in the Philippines compared here in America, because you can hardly hear any what you call it, horn, put. Yeah.
There's
It's,
a lot.
you can like you. It's very rare that you hear put here. You know, in Canada or US. In the Philippines, I think there's no day that you don't hear them,
That's the signal.
and you could hear many of them in one day if you drive,
That's the
especially in the
sign
cities.
That's the sign. You
Yeah,
wanna turn left toot, turn right toot.
yeah. And then also here, the drivers are very professional and very courteous. I mean, the pedestrians are the kings of the road. Like, you have to stop if you see somebody cruising, you know, even if it's not what you call it, like not a legal pedestrian lane or cruising. You have to stop. But in the Philippines, I don't think drivers stop, you know.
You've been in pedestrian, no?
Yeah, the drivers are the kings of the road in the Philippines. That's another situation, you know. So really, although there's no place like home for me, how about you, Ryan?
There's a lot to choose from there.
Ryan, would you say there's no place like home?
Oh yeah, yeah. There's no place like home.
Yeah, but
But it's
we're still
but right
thankful
now,
that we
yeah,
are here in
blessed
America.
here. America.
Yeah, life here is it's actually simple here compared to the Philippines, but we don't have a lot of stress, like, you know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we have different kind of stress, different level of stress.
Where you came from?
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, we didn't use this road earlier. That was from different directions. So we're now like 30 minutes away from Palm Springs. Palm Springs is another city. There's actually many Canadians who come here during winter to avoid the harsh weather in Canada, the snow, and you know what. Yeah, it's they want to have a simple life here, you know, easier life here during winter. We're 30 minutes away from Palm Springs, and this is how it looks right now outside. I thought that we're going to have rain on our way, but thank God the sun was up. Yeah, there's still clouds, dark clouds, but I don't think it's going to rain right now. What time is it? It's 3:39 in the afternoon. We're close to Palm Springs. This is we're passing through the canyons. Oh, this is Riverside County line. We just left San Bernardino County line. I think this is the way we used earlier.
Yeah.
Going to Joshua Tree. Yeah, we used this way earlier, going to Joshua Tree. Now we're going out to Palm Springs, passing through the canyons. We're back to the windmills. Windmills.
Ay, hala. Ako dito.
Dillon? Yeah, Dillon.
Dillon? Man Dillon.
Um,
Nanay, lapas ta.
I think.
Dito ra, ito. Dito kayo na.
Okay, so you can make a U-turn. This is going to LA. Well, actually, into Palm Springs, next right lane. So I think.
Continue on I-10 East for 6 kilometers.
Ito kayo na dito sa highway.
Yeah.
Adto ako dito pa agion sa lain. Kaya na dito mako sa minutes arriving.
In 3 kilometers, take the
Wala man. Wala lagi ng signal. Palm Spring naman tayo.
In 800 meters, take exit 120 for North Indian Canyon Drive toward North Palm Springs.
Yeah, the airport is close here. Palm Springs Airport. So next time, if you want to come back here, you can always use Palm Springs. If there's a flight
Take
for that
exit
airline.
120.
Yeah. Palm Spring.
This reminds us of Lahar and Pampanga and Angeles during that 91 Mount Pinatubo eruption in the Philippines. They have construction going on here.